Hello, hello. This is more of me actually, completing the micro run. I am connecting the shoulders and the side seams. This also is one of the last videos. I think this is the third from the last on this red dress. Yep, there's only 2 more left. Maybe 3. Today I set up an app tool on my Shopify that lets users buy directly on Instagram. I'm going to see how that works. I did some research about how to reach customers, and one of the main questions was, or concerns for consumers is, finding what they need, solving a problem for them. And one of the biggest problems was trust. Because a lot of these companies, these people who make these apps, and they go to work and they have to do what the boss tells them to do. A lot of these companies, these social media companies, they take your information and they store it and they track you. And that was one of the issues that came up. I'm telling you this because I've had this Shopify account for about a month now, and the only tool that I had used was the Pinterest tool, where people could pin my stuff on their Pinterest account, but the rest of them I just kept going. A lot of them have free to download apps, and some of them have free trials, and some of them just outright cost money. I've seen startup costs as high as $600 a month to use an app. So today I went back. Well, I told myself yesterday. And so I went in and I actually downloaded the Instagram, Meta, X, Pinterest, TikTok tool. And I'm going to download a couple more, but they all want your information. So they put small independent businesses, not just apparel businesses, but small businesses in general, in a bind. On top of that, one of the other reasons I wasn't too happy with using them is that information has to be stored somewhere. It eats up memory. Memory costs money. You can put it in the cloud, and if something happens to the cloud, or you miss a payment or something, or someone hacks it. So I did go through, though, and I made sure that I'm only using free apps, and not even any trials, or free for 35 days or 3 for 90 days. That's not cool with me. So anyway, I do have an app on my Shopify, 2 apps actually, one for Pinterest and then one that actually accommodates people shopping on XYZ platform. I think it was Facebook, Instagram, X, Pinterest, and TikTok. Yeah. So in this video here, I have 3 more images of women styling their bodycon dress. And you will see those in about 5 minutes or so. 6 minutes. Yeah. That's that seam allowance I cut off. So yeah, when I get through with these, there's 2 more or 3 more videos I'm going to do. I'm going to start posting the videos for the white flocked bodycon dress. At the end of this video, I have an image of it, just like in the last video, where it just shows the dress and the components, not affixed. That's the dress I will be putting up next. And while I was also on on Pinterest, why are they in my mind? That's ugly. While I was also on Pinterest, I saw some images of garments, bodycon dresses, culottes, capri pants, of women in camo dresses. And I told in the last video, I have 2 bolts of camo. So I also downloaded those for inspiration. So I think I will be making some dresses, some garments with that material. Actually, in the last video, what I said was I was thinking about making like windbreaker type jackets, but I don't know. I may make some dresses in there. I do have 2 bolts, and they are 10 yards a piece, so that's 20 yards of fabric. So I can do way more than 3 garments or 4 garments. I should be able to get close to 20 garments, hopefully. Again, these garments should be available on my Instagram, my Shopify. I don't have X. I got rid of that, and I may very soon be getting rid of TikTok. I'm just like some of you. I don't want people following me and downloading my information, especially since they don't want to hire us or they don't want to work with us until they see that we can draw in eyeballs. Then all of a sudden we're the SHYT. So anyways, yep, this is me finishing up the dresses. Actually, there's, like I said, there's 2 to 3 more videos coming. In one of the, I don't know if it's this one. This is actually 4 videos strung together. In one of these videos, either in these 4 or one of the other ones that's coming up later on, you're going to see my tag. I handmade it. Yes, I did that. And again, I'm doing everything, and I'm doing it. It's intentional. I got a piece of ribbon, and I got these stamps off of, purchased these stamps off of Amazon. And what they allow for is you to, like Legos, kind of, sort of, you can connect the letters together and you can spell out words. And actually, it has some flaws, but anyway, I spelled out fringe dimension, and I spelled it FRYNGEDEMINSIOZ. Fringe dimension. And you will see me attach my janky self-made handmade, because I didn't hand make it, but I bought some ribbon, and I got those stamps, and I stamped the stamper in red ink, and I stamped the ribbon, and I affixed those labels to my garments. I also had some size labels that I purchased almost a decade ago that I had sitting around. So when those burn out, I'm going to start using the stamper I have, because I also have some numbers, if I'm not mistaken. And if I don't, I can always get some later. But yeah, you will see my I like it because it's corny. There's one of the dresses right there. See? with the shoes match the purse, and then the shades, and then the necklace. So there are different ways to style this. You don't just have to wear or think that you won't be able to put something together. The complementary color to red, if I'm not mistaken, is green. The complementary color to orange is blue. These are red. So green tennis shoes like she's wearing there, but she's wearing green tennis shoes and a green dress. Green and white tennis shoes with the green bodycon, knit, that's a knit, and then the white purse and the white sunglasses with the gold jewelry, the gold bangle there, or bracelet, looks like a bangle to me, the gold watch, and then the rings. So that is very put together. Can you imagine yourself with green with this? Well, actually, I have the green and white dress, and you could always wear red tennis shoes with a red purse with gold jewelry. So there are different ways to style this. Look at this. This has a hoodie on it, and it does have sleeves. Mine doesn't have sleeves, but those boots are killing it. And that coat she has over her right arm, and that clutch, she's killing it. So I need you to imagine yourself putting this together that lets you stand out. Okay? You don't have to conform to what other people are saying you should conform to. This is individualism. I'm not trying to be difficult or trying to be flashy. What I want to do is make clothes that are comfy and that you could wear every day. And like I said, dress them up or dress them down. You don't have to feel like you're underdressed or overdressed with these, even though I put the pockets on there and they kind of make it stand out like it's fancy. It isn't fancy. It's casual sophistication. I need you guys to understand that. I was wondering what I was doing. I'm going up the other side. I love this serger. It's 21, 22 years old. If I'm not mistaken, I paid like $430 for it. It was $399 plus tax. And the tax came out to like $30 or something like that. And like I said, I'm getting back in the groove. I can't wait to put that white terry dress together with the flocked lining. And then the pockets. You guys will see it in a moment here. In about, what am I at, 13 minutes? In about 17 minutes, you will see, like, it's the same photo I had yesterday. But I can't wait to get those done. I've been trying to do some sewing today, but I have so much to do. So I'm running around like a chicken with its head cut off. I'm working on getting up to speed. And if I can actually sell some of this stuff and get on that camo jersey, I'm going to be cooking. If I can get those done, I'm going to cook. Now, I've been looking at some of the images I had here, and when I was downloading from Pinterest, and I seen one of these dress, not my dress, but a bodycon dress jersey, and it was $6, but it was on Poshmark. So I saw another dress that I actually downloaded and then decided to delete and not save, also on Pinterest, and it was brand spanking new. It was $110. Again, I can find garments that cost less than mine and cost more than mine. So I'm in my mind, I'm trying to validate what I'm doing here, because I know that people get in their feelings sometimes, and they think, well, that's not worth it. But I had to start somewhere. I'm going to tell you guys a story. This is a true story. This guy who never was a friend, but he thought we were friends. And I'm not saying that I pulled the wool over his eyes. It's just, as I got to know him, he turned out to be a real jerk. And I mean, y'all, some of these people be playing in your face sometimes. This dude told me that I should send, I told him, my plan. And first of all, he put me down. You should get a job. This is supposed to be my friend. I should get a job. And then he said that I didn't have the talent to sew. And then he said, if I sent it over to India or Bangladesh, they have the equipment there to make it look more polished, more professional. He knew he was fucking up, because we had gotten to arguments like 99 million times, literally. And so, but he tried to clean it up. So what I'm trying to say here is, he said that I should stick to designing. So I can design a complex design, a complex pattern, and I can make a sample. But as far as me putting the freaking garment together, I have to send it overseas. So I went to school like him. He graduated, I graduated. I tell him I want to start this crazy ideal. That's what Americans do. By the way, he was a naturalized citizen from the Southeast Asian, as it were. And he always gets in arguments with people because he sticks to this rigid denialism. It's going to get political up in here one day. I'm just warning you guys. But he said I should send my stuff overseas because they can do it better. And I thought, what a jerk. If I don't practice, if I don't work at this, then of course I'm never going to be as good as the people overseas. But if I work at this every free moment I have, making these videos, setting up my patterns, making my flats, my drawings, my illustrations, my designs, and then sewing, I can't help but, and I'm committed, because you can be crappy at something and do it every day. But if I stick to my guns and I believe in myself and I work at my craft, I can't help but get better. But yet this person who was supposed to be my friend literally told me that I don't have the talent to sew, but I have the talent to make the patterns. You have to watch who you let in your life, who you give your time to. I mean, this man literally told me that I can't sew, but I can make a complex design. I can make a pattern, but I can't sew. That doesn't make any sense. For those of you out there who know about sewing and production, you understand what I mean. Some of you, and I'm not trying to come down on people who don't understand, but there's an old saying, a true, I don't know if it's a truism. It isn't a saying per se. It's an I'm losing the word, but especially of the old designers, the Madame Gries, the Charles Worths, the Gucci's, the Balenciagas, the Christian Dior's, the Yves Saint Laurent's, the Karl Lagerfelds, I said Madame Grease. That was someone else I wanted to say. It was another woman. Coco Chanel, even though she was a Nazi collaborator. Anyway, they could draw the clothes and they could also make them. That was the benchmark back then. Literally, that was the benchmark. They could draw the clothes and then they could make them. There's a series out. It's, I don't know, 10, 15 years old now. It's called The Collection. It's set in France. I spoke about it actually, about the woman who went out in the red dress. Anyway, another scene in the in that series was the brother who was taking all the credit, because the brother who was the designer was gay, and so being gay back then was frowned upon. But the older brother would take the younger brothers. I mean, they had it worked out where the older brother would be the face of the company, the forward face of the company, and the gay brother would just be behind, the scenes. They knew some people knew he was gay, but they just didn't think he had anything to do with the business. And in actuality, the business relied on him. He was the designer, so he would draw the clothes. And in one of the scenes, something happened. One of the girls, a model, she got jealous of another girl. If I'm remembering this correctly, because it may have been a different scene. But anyway, one of the dresses was ruined because one girl was jealous about another girl. And the older brother was freaking out because the dress was supposed to be going to a fashion show on display. So they had and the younger brother was there. He took the dress and he took it back in the back and he fixed the dress, because not only could he design, he could actually sew. There's my janky label. Look at that. I love it. And there's my size. These are all size 8. But they will fit a size 7 because that's actually obviously smaller. So yeah, this guy, it was art mirrors life, but in this case, life was mirroring the art. Most designers back then could draw the garment, illustrate it, draw it, illustrate it, and then they could make the darn thing. So here this guy is telling me that I need to make the patterns and the drawings and then send them overseas and to people who can sew better than I can. So obviously I had to get him out of my life. Literally, because I mean, the guy, he was a walking contradiction. Again, this is going to get political, but I'm not going to go there now. But the guy was just too much. And that was actually one of the last straws, because I was like, you got to go, dude. I mean, he was never, and I'm not saying that I'm going to be some success, but the guy was not supportive at all. He wasn't even a fair weather friend. He had some traits that I don't want to talk about, but I probably will later on down the line. But yeah, I got rid of him. You got to go, dude. You got to go. So anyway, I put the label. I think what I did was there's my, if you can see that in the back, the cord moving. I had to get up and I ironed my labels because I wanted them to lay flat. But yep, those are my labels. So they have a size label on them or a size tag, and they have the fringe dimension. And again, this is intentional. I could have bought some labels if I wanted to. You know what I was actually going to do with these as well? I was going to stamp them with a model number. Yep. But I thought I was, being too pompous. Like everyone's going to try to steal my designs. So I decided against it. But I have a stamper where I can stamp a model number on there. I sure can. You see it on the tennis shoes. You see it on some of the high-end couture. They sure do. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. I appreciate your eyeballs. Please feed the algorithm. I can't wait till I get my game plan in motion where I can also do lives. If these are on at 8, I'm thinking about doing my lives at like 1, 12, maybe 1 in the afternoon. Or maybe 3 or 4. But yeah, I want to do some lives. As soon as I learn how to do my makeup and put this hair on my head. Tell me what you think. Especially the label. Again, I could have bought some labels. I said, no, this is it, you guys. Being unique, being different. There's the dress for the giveaway. Size 14 only. You have to be a subscriber in order to be eligible to win. When I reach 2,500 subscribers, I will finish that dress. The pattern is cut out. It's still affixed to the pattern. So I will disassemble from the pattern and I will make that dress and I will give it away to someone via a guessing game, movie trivia, music trivia, or like a random number generator. So it is about 26 minutes in. This is 30 minutes and 17 seconds long. So you got about 3 minutes and some seconds left. If you have any questions, any concerns, constructive criticism, praise, you want to buy one, I have a P.O. box and I have a Cash App and a Venmo and a PayPal and a Zelle. So you don't have to necessarily go to my Shopify. But yes, they are up on my Shopify account. Oh my God, I gotta move that. That dress right there. So that dress right there is the one that's just like the red one, but I'm making that. You guys don't see it now because I'm doing this voiceover, but it is smack dab in the middle of the video. It's going to be up in the corner when you guys see this. That's why I said, "Oh my God," I didn't adjust it, and I thought I had covered everything. But that's why I do the voiceovers, which makes sense because you get to do your review. So yeah, you guys, somewhere around 28 minutes, coming up on 30 minutes. Again, thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. Again, if you want to purchase, you don't have to necessarily go through my Shopify, but they are on my Shopify. I do have Zelle, I do have Venmo, Cash App, and PayPal. So you can just send me a DM and I can take your information and ship it to you. Yep, I did that. That's cool. corny, and I love it. They're not mass produced. They're low run, small batch. Thank you. I will see you in the next video.